Chapter 6. Ethical and Societal Implications of AI. 6.1 Ethical Principles in AI. 6.2 Bias and Fairness in AI Systems. 6.3 Privacy Concerns in AI. 6.4 AI and Employment, the Future of Work. 6.5 Regulation of AI Technology. 6.6 AI in Governance and Public Policy. 6.7 Transparency and Accountability in AI. 6.8 AI and Cybersecurity. 6.9 Public Perception of AI. 6.10 Responsible AI Practices. 6.1 Ethical Principles in AI. The development and deployment of artificial intelligence (AI) systems integrate into societal structures and impact a wide variety of ethical considerations. As AI technology becomes more pervasive, it becomes imperative to address the ethical principles that should guide its evolution. Ethical AI is a framework that aspires to ensure transparency, accountability, and fairness in AI systems. These principles are crucial for ensuring that AI technologies serve the broader interests of society and foster trust among users. Starting with transparency, it is essential that AI systems and their decision-making processes are understandable to users and stakeholders. Transparency in AI encompasses the ability to elucidate why and how an AI system arrives at a certain conclusion or action. For the sake of accountability, it is vital to clarify who is responsible for the outcomes of AI decisions. Moreover, clear mechanisms must be in place to challenge and rectify AI decisions that have adverse effects. This level of clarity ensures that AI developers and deployers take responsibility for the design, implementation, and operation of AI systems. Fairness in AI implicates the principle of impartiality. AI systems must be designed to be fair, meaning that they should not create or reinforce existing social biases or discriminations. It is essential to recognize the diversity of users and stakeholders and strive for AI systems that are inclusive and equitable. Additionally, fairness in AI requires a commitment to preventing harm and promoting well-being, which means AI systems should aim to avoid negative implications for groups or individuals. The principle of non-maleficence involves ensuring that AI systems do not cause harm to individuals or to society. As AI systems increasingly perform tasks that may impact human safety and well-being, this principle calls for thorough risk assessment and mitigation before and throughout the deployment of AI technology. Proactive measures must be taken to ensure AI systems do not inadvertently create risks or vulnerabilities, especially in high-stakes domains such as healthcare, transportation, and law enforcement. The converse to non-maleficence, the principle of beneficence, requires that AI be actively harnessed for the benefit of individuals and society. AI systems should be designed and implemented to improve human capabilities, enhance efficiency, and contribute positively to societal goals. This does not entail simply avoiding harm, but rather seeking to contribute to human well-being through the capabilities that AI offers. The principle of autonomy is centered on the respect for human agency and the right of individuals to make their own decisions. As AI systems are increasingly capable of making decisions that can affect individuals, it becomes critical to ensure that such decisions do not undermine human autonomy. This involves designing AI systems that augment human decision-making without supplanting it, and preserving individuals' capabilities to opt out or override AI-driven choices. The importance of privacy in the age of AI cannot be overstated. AI systems must be designed to respect and protect individuals' personal information and privacy. This involves not only securing data against unauthorized access, but also enforcing data minimization principles where only necessary data is collected, and individuals are informed about and consent to how their data is used. The principles of data protection should be integral to the ethics of AI, particularly as systems grow more sophisticated in data processing. To ensure the ethical deployment of AI, the principle of justice must be considered. This entails the equitable distribution of both the benefits and burdens that AI systems may produce. AI should not be a source of inequity or inequality. Rather, it should contribute to the reduction of societal disparities. Attention must be given to the accessibility of AI technologies, ensuring that they are not exclusively available to a privileged few, but are disseminated in a manner that broadly advances social good. Collaborative partnerships form an ethical principle that underscores the importance of collaboration among AI developers, policymakers, stakeholders, and the public. Ethical AI development requires a multidisciplinary approach that considers diverse perspectives and expertise. Collaborative efforts can result in more robust, ethical, and socially beneficial AI. This principle encourages an ongoing dialogue among all parties involved to align AI technologies with human values and societal norms. Lastly, prolonged engagement with ethical principles in AI must involve adaptability and continual reassessment. As AI technology evolves, so too should the ethical frameworks that govern it. This principle of adaptability acknowledges that ethical considerations in AI are not static, and that the principles guiding AI today might evolve with the technology and society's understanding of it. It is essential to maintain a dynamic approach to ethics, integrating new findings, experiences, and societal shifts into the ongoing evaluation of AI systems. The principles outlined here provide a foundational ethical framework for the responsible development and deployment of AI. Through acknowledgement and integration of these principles, AI can develop in a manner that respects human dignity, promotes societal justice, and engenders trust in the technology and its implications for the future. These ethical considerations serve not only as a guide, but also reinforce the premise that the evolution of AI should align with the best interests of humanity. 6.2 Bias and Fairness in AI Systems. Artificial intelligence, AI applications are increasingly prevalent in society, influencing decisions in areas such as credit scoring, employment, policing, and judicial sentencing. However, if not carefully designed and managed, these systems can inadvertently propagate biases that exist in society. Bias in AI systems refers to systematic errors that produce unintended, unfair, or discriminatory results against certain individuals or groups. This bias can stem from various sources, including the data used to train the system, the design of the algorithm itself, and the societal context within which the AI operates. It is important to understand the mechanisms through which bias can enter AI systems in order to mitigate their potentially detrimental effects. The data used to train AI systems can introduce bias if it is not representative of the population or lacks diversity. For example, if an AI model for hiring is trained on data predominantly from male employees, it may undervalue qualifications or experiences that are more typical of female employees, potentially disadvantaging women candidates. Moreover, historical biases found in the data can be perpetuated and amplified by the system. For instance, past hiring patterns or performance evaluations that favored one group over another can be encoded into the predictive model, propagating these biases into future decisions. Algorithmic design choices can also contribute to bias in AI systems. The decisions made by engineers and data scientists during the development phase, such as which features to include in a model or which classification thresholds to set, can have significant impacts on outcomes. If these choices are made without consideration of fairness and equity, they can systematically skew results. For instance, the choice to optimize an algorithm for accuracy over fairness could result in a model that discriminates against subgroups in the population, because the model reflects and amplifies the majority's characteristics. The interpretability, or lack thereof, of AI systems also plays a role in bias and fairness. When algorithms are black boxes with inner workings that are complex and opaque, it becomes difficult to identify and correct for biases. Without transparency, stakeholders cannot ascertain why or how particular decisions are made, making it challenging to hold systems accountable for unfair outcomes. This opaqueness can hinder efforts to detect and mitigate bias, as the problematic elements of the system's decision-making process remain hidden. AI systems can be subject to confirmation bias, which occurs when developers or users have preconceived notions about what the outcomes should be and interpret the results in a way that confirms these beliefs. This cognitive bias can affect every stage of the AI development lifecycle, from the design of the system to the collection and selection of training data, to the interpretation of the outputs. For instance, if one believes that a certain demographic is more likely to default on a loan, one might unconsciously select or value data points that support this belief, leading to a discriminatory AI system. The societal context, including cultural norms and legal frameworks, determines the expectations of fairness and the ways in which AI systems are deployed. An AI system deemed fair in one society might not be considered so in another. This variability poses a challenge in designing universally fair AI systems. Moreover, power imbalances in society can be exacerbated by AI systems that disproportionately benefit those who have more influence over their development and use, while underprivileged groups who lack representation in the tech industry can be further marginalized. The consequences of biases in AI systems are multifaceted and can reinforce systemic inequalities. For example, in predictive policing, if an AI system is trained on biased arrest data, it could lead to more police deployments in areas with a higher proportion of ethnic minorities, leading to more arrests and a feedback loop that falsely suggests a higher prevalence of crime in these communities. Similarly, biased AI in lending could systematically deny loans to individuals from underrepresented groups, reinforcing economic disparities. Mitigating bias in AI systems is an ongoing challenge that requires a multifaceted approach. One critical step is to employ diversity and inclusion practices within AI research and development teams. A variety of perspectives can help anticipate and identify potential biases that might otherwise be overlooked. Moreover, involving stakeholders from groups that are commonly underrepresented or negatively affected by AI systems in the design and review process can lead to more equitable outcomes. Another approach to addressing bias in AI systems is the development of fairness metrics and techniques. These metrics enable the quantification of bias and the assessment of algorithms against fairness criteria. By setting fairness objectives and tracking progress using these metrics, developers can iteratively improve their systems. Techniques such as pre-processing to remove bias from the data, in-processing to incorporate fairness constraints directly into the algorithm, and post-processing to adjust the model's outputs can all contribute to more equitable AI systems. Regulatory oversight and ethical frameworks can also guide the development and deployment of AI systems toward more equitable outcomes. Legislators and regulatory bodies around the world are increasingly aware of the implications of biased AI and are formulating guidelines and laws to ensure AI fairness. These regulations may mandate transparency, accountability, and the right to explanation for AI decisions, allowing individuals to challenge and seek redress for unfair treatment caused by automated systems. Ethical considerations extend beyond the operational aspects of mitigating bias. AI developers must also consider the broader implications of their work, questioning not just how to build systems, but whether certain systems should be built at all. The potential for harm must be weighed against the benefits, and decisions about the deployment of AI systems must be made responsibly. Engaging with ethicists, social scientists, and the public is crucial to understanding the broader impact of AI and ensuring that the technology serves to enhance rather than undermine societal values and human rights. While significant strides have been made in understanding and addressing bias in AI systems, much work remains to be done. Ensuring the fairness of AI is not only a technical challenge but also a societal imperative. It requires the collaborative efforts of technologists, ethicists, policymakers, and community advocates. By recognizing the nuances of bias in AI, actively seeking to mitigate its effects, and continually engaging in ethical reflection, the community can work towards the development of AI that is both advanced and just. 6.3. Privacy concerns in AI. Artificial intelligence (AI) systems have become deeply embedded in our society, influencing various aspects of daily life, from simple conveniences like recommending movies on streaming platforms to complex tasks such as making creditworthiness assessments. With this widespread integration comes an increased risk to individual privacy. AI systems, by design, require vast amounts of data to learn, improve, and deliver personalized outcomes. This hunger for data has raised significant privacy concerns that require conscientious examination. Privacy in the context of AI refers to an individual's right to control the collection, storage, and use of personal information. AI systems can jeopardize this right, as the foundational data may include sensitive information that individuals may not wish to share, such as location data, personal preferences, biometrics, and even insights into one's behavioral patterns. The potential for misuse of this information raises concerns about how data is gathered, processed, and stored, and who has access to this potentially sensitive information. One primary concern is the inadvertent exposure of personal information. AI systems can reveal personal details even when not explicitly provided by aggregating data from various sources, leading to unintended de-anonymization. For example, an AI system might infer health information from seemingly unrelated data points such as online shopping habits or social media activity. Such inference breaches the user's expectation of privacy and could lead to discrimination or stigmatization. Another aspect that necessitates vigilance is the security of AI systems. As repositories of vast amounts of personal data, these systems become enticing targets for cyberattacks. Breaches may result in the leaking of sensitive personal information, causing harm to individuals' finances and reputation. Consequently, there is a pressing need for robust security measures to protect against such vulnerabilities and to establish strict protocols for data breach responses when they do occur. There are also concerns regarding the lack of transparency surrounding the data processing within AI systems. Many of these systems operate as black boxes, with opaqueness in their decision-making processes. This lack of clarity not only makes it challenging for users to understand what data about them is being used, but also complicates the task of ensuring that their data is being used ethically and lawfully. Without transparency, users may lose trust in the AI systems and the entities that operate them. Surveillance is an additional area where AI-induced privacy concerns manifest significantly. Surveillance, powered by AI, can extend beyond safeguarding and into the realm of unwarranted monitoring of individuals' actions, conversations, and routines. The threat of pervasive surveillance has implications for privacy as well as freedoms of expression and association. It is imperative that the deployment of surveillance technologies be critically examined to protect against encroachment on individual liberties. Moreover, AI systems facilitate the accumulation and analysis of personal data on an unprecedented scale by corporations and governments alike. This power to profile individuals can lead to situations where data analysis results in prejudiced outcomes or where individuals are subjected to decisions made by automated processes without the possibility for appeal or understanding the rationale behind them. The capacity for such profiling has to be carefully regulated to safeguard against its potential to harm society. Consent also plays a crucial role in the conversation about AI and privacy. At present, the mechanisms for obtaining user consent for data collection and processing are often inadequate, buried in lengthy terms and conditions that users do not read or cannot fully comprehend. There is a growing call for improved consent frameworks that empower users to make informed choices about their data, and for developing user-centric models for data control and ownership. Global disparities in privacy protection pose a significant challenge in the age of AI. Different regions and countries have varying regulations, standards, and enforcement capabilities when it comes to privacy. This patchwork legal environment makes it difficult for users to navigate their rights and for multinational corporations to implement cohesive privacy practices. Thus, there is an urgency for harmonized global standards and frameworks to ensure a consistent approach to privacy that aligns with the borderless nature of data and AI. Educating the public about AI and privacy is crucial for a well-informed society. An aware populace can make better decisions regarding their data and advocate for policies that protect privacy. Initiatives aimed at educating users about AI systems, their data usage, and privacy preservation are instrumental in fostering a culture of accountability and trust between users, developers, and deployers of AI. Lastly, the development of privacy-enhancing technologies, PETs, can be seen as a proactive approach to addressing privacy concerns in AI. PETs such as differential privacy, homomorphic encryption, and federated learning are gaining traction as ways to enable the use of data while minimizing the exposure of personal information. These technologies can strike a balance between leveraging data for AI innovations and respecting individual privacy rights. The management of privacy concerns in AI is a multifaceted challenge that calls for a coordinated effort from policymakers, technologists, legal experts, and society at large. A clear and mutually understood dialogue on the acceptable uses of AI and the limits of data collection and analysis is vital to preserving privacy. The choices made today about how to handle privacy concerns in AI will significantly shape the societal impact of these technologies for years to come. Addressing these issues proactively and effectively will not only protect individual privacy, but also foster a societal framework where AI can be embraced responsibly and trustingly. 6.4 AI and Employment, the Future of Work. The advent of artificial intelligence is bringing transformative changes to various sectors, including employment. Historically, technological advancements have disrupted labor markets, altering the nature of work and employment patterns. AI is no exception. It promises efficiency and the potential for economic growth while posing substantial challenges concerning job displacement and the future of work. The role of AI in automating routine and repetitive tasks is already prominent across industries. AI systems can handle processes that involve pattern recognition and decision-making based on predefined algorithms, faster and more consistently than humans. This automation initially impacted jobs in manufacturing and warehousing, but with the rise of advanced AI capabilities, even professions that require sophisticated cognitive functions could be affected. In customer service, AI bots now answer inquiries and resolve issues, a shift that indicates an increasing ability of AI to perform complex communicative tasks. The implications of AI-driven automation extend to job quality and the nature of employment relationships. As AI systems take over more tasks, the demand for low-skilled labor decreases, potentially leading to a polarized job market where mid-level jobs become less prevalent. This polarized market could see a rise in demand for high-skilled workers who are needed to develop, manage, and maintain AI technologies, and for low-skilled, non-routine jobs that are less susceptible to automation, such as personal care and service-oriented roles. A key concern is the displacement of workers and the corresponding need for retraining and education. Workers whose jobs are made redundant by AI will need to acquire new skills to stay employable. Governments, educational institutions, and companies play crucial roles in ensuring that the workforce is prepared for the evolving job landscape. Initiatives such as reskilling programs and lifelong learning opportunities are essential to make these transitions less disruptive for workers. Another issue is income inequality, which might be exacerbated by the adoption of AI. High-skill workers who are adept at working with AI might command substantial salaries, while others could face wage stagnation or unemployment. This disparity poses a challenge for policymakers who must work on equitable wealth distribution mechanisms. The use of AI in the workplace could also widen the wage gap between genders and races if biases present in AI algorithms are not addressed. The emerging gig economy presents a nuanced aspect of AI's impact on employment. Platforms enabled by AI optimize the matching of tasks with freelancers, promoting a model of work that is flexible but lacks the stability of traditional employment. While this can allow for a better work-life balance and the freedom to choose projects, it also raises issues such as the lack of job security, benefits, and formal employee protections that are typically offered by full-time employment contracts. The implications for employee privacy and surveillance in an AI-monitored workplace are of major concern as well. Employers may use AI systems to monitor employee productivity and behaviors closely. This tracking must be balanced with the rights of employees to privacy and autonomy. Legal frameworks must evolve to address these concerns, ensuring that the implementation of AI in the workplace respects the personal boundaries and dignity of workers. AI's influence on employment is not just a matter of individual jobs, but also relates to broader socioeconomic aspects. The potential for AI to create new industries and roles should not be underestimated. The innovation driven by AI will likely give rise to jobs that do not currently exist, similar to how the Internet created roles that were unimaginable a few decades ago. Understanding what these future roles might be is challenging, but forward-thinking measures can be taken to foster the requisite creativity and adaptability in the workforce. The shift in work caused by AI requires a re-evaluation of work-life balance and what constitutes meaningful employment. In a world where AI carries out much of the day-to-day tasks, there could be more room for jobs that focus on social interaction, creativity, and care. This could lead to a redefinition of productivity, away from repetitive task completion to human-centered service and innovation. Societal values and concepts of what it means to work could be reshaped in light of AI's integration into employment. An often overlooked dimension of AI in the workplace is the transformation of leadership and organizational structures. Traditional hierarchical models may become obsolete as AI enables more flat and networked approaches to management. Decision-making could be faster and more data-driven, while managers might transition from being supervisors of tasks to facilitators of human-machine collaboration. Leadership styles will need to adapt to these changes, with an emphasis on visionary, empathetic, and adaptive skills. The future of work influenced by AI is a complex landscape encompassing technological, economic, and social shifts. While AI promises to enhance business processes and create economic opportunities, it also challenges existing employment structures and the very concept of work. It's imperative to approach these changes with a proactive and holistic mindset, addressing potential downsides and ensuring that AI serves to augment human capabilities rather than replace them. This ongoing evolution requires continuous analysis, thoughtful policy making, and an ethical framework to guide fair and inclusive outcomes for all members of society. 6.5 Regulation of AI technology. The emergence of artificial intelligence, AI, as a pivotal technology of the 21st century has led to significant discussions about its regulation. As AI capabilities expand, they permeate various sectors of society, necessitating an evolving framework to ensure their ethical and responsible use. Regulatory measures are essential to address potential risks and harness the benefits of AI while protecting individuals and society at large. One of the primary concerns prompting AI regulation is the issue of accountability. When decisions are made by AI systems, determining responsibility can be complex. This complexity is particularly pronounced in instances where AI-driven decisions lead to unintended consequences. Regulatory frameworks must consider how accountability can be maintained in a landscape where human oversight gradually diminishes, ensuring that there are clear guidelines regarding the liability of different stakeholders involved in the development, deployment, and operation of AI systems. Privacy is another area where regulation is critically important. AI has the capacity to process vast amounts of personal data to improve decision-making processes. Without stringent regulation, such capabilities could infringe on individual privacy rights. It is imperative that regulations protect the integrity and confidentiality of personal data and prevent misuse. This involves creating standards for data collection, storage, and processing that AI systems must adhere to, and providing citizens with rights to control their personal data. The potential for bias and discrimination in AI algorithms constitutes a further impetus for regulation. Machine learning algorithms can inadvertently perpetuate and amplify biases present in their training data, leading to unfair treatment of certain groups. Regulations should enforce equitable standards in AI performance, ensuring that systems are regularly audited for bias, and that developers are required to implement corrective measures when biases are detected. The dynamic nature of AI technology demands regulations that can keep pace with its rapid evolution. Traditional legislative processes can be slow, and they may lag behind the speed at which AI technologies develop and change. Therefore, regulatory approaches may need to be adaptive and forward-looking, anticipating future AI advancements and their societal impacts. This may involve creating regulatory sandboxes where new AI technologies can be tested and monitored in controlled environments before wide-scale deployment. International cooperation is pivotal in the regulation of AI. As AI technologies frequently operate across borders, a domestically focused regulatory approach is insufficient. There should be efforts to harmonize AI regulations at the international level, involving collaborations between governments, international organizations, and stakeholders to create cohesive standards and principles that guide AI development and use globally. Another aspect of AI regulation involves intellectual property rights. With the increasing automation of creative and innovative processes by AI, there is a necessity to define how intellectual property is attributed and protected. Current intellectual property laws are built on human-centric notions of creativity and invention, and may not directly apply to those generated by AI. Regulations will need to be crafted to address the unique challenges posed by AI-generated content and innovations, striking a balance between incentivizing innovation and ensuring fair distribution of benefits. Workplace regulation in the context of AI is also critical. AI has the potential to significantly alter job markets by automating tasks previously performed by humans. As a result, there is a need for regulations that address the reskilling of workers, prevention of job displacement, and the promotion of fair labor practices in an increasingly automated economy. Such regulations might include provisions for education and training programs, as well as guidelines for the ethical deployment of AI in the workplace. The usage of AI in sensitive sectors like healthcare, finance, and law enforcement requires special attention. Regulations must be stringent in these areas to prevent harm and maintain public trust. For healthcare, regulations could include mandates for the validation of AI medical devices, ensuring patient safety and maintaining professional healthcare standards. In finance, regulations might address algorithmic trading to prevent market abuse. In law enforcement, the key concern is to ensure AI tools do not infringe on civil liberties. Transparency and explainability are essential features that AI regulations should promote. As AI systems become more complex, understanding their decision-making processes can be challenging for developers and end users alike. Regulations should mandate a degree of transparency that allows for the interrogation of AI decisions and fosters trust in these systems. This involves disclosing the datasets used, the decision-making processes involved, and the relevant limitations of the systems. Finally, the regulation of AI must be inclusive, taking into account the views and interests of a wide range of stakeholders, including technologists, end users, ethicists, and policymakers. A collaborative approach can help to ensure that the regulatory framework for AI is balanced and effective, reflecting a broad spectrum of perspectives and concerns. In making regulations, it is necessary that there is an open dialogue between regulators and the regulated community, fostering an environment where innovation is encouraged while safeguarding societal values and norms. Advancements in AI technology hold great promise, but they bring about profound ethical and societal questions that must be addressed through careful and deliberate regulation. Establishing a robust and adaptive regulatory framework is vital to not only protect but also to empower individuals and societies, ensuring that AI serves the public good while minimizing potential harms. As AI continues to reshape the world, regulation will play a key role in steering its development towards outcomes that are beneficial, just, and equitable for all. 6.6 AI in Governance and Public Policy. The integration of artificial intelligence, AI, into governance and public policy marks a transformative shift in how governments function and how public services are delivered. The use of AI in these domains offers substantial benefits, including increased efficiency, reduced costs, and the capability to analyze large sets of complex data that can inform policy decisions. AI technologies like machine learning, natural language processing, and predictive analytics are being employed by public agencies to improve the decision-making processes, personalize services, and forecast societal trends. One of the primary advantages of implementing AI in governance is its potential to enhance democracy. AI-driven platforms can facilitate greater citizen engagement by providing tools that make it easier for the public to communicate with their representatives and participate in decision-making processes. For instance, AI can be used to analyze public feedback on proposed legislation, identify common concerns or points of interest, and aggregate opinions to inform policymakers. This capacity to process vast amounts of data allows for a more nuanced understanding of public sentiments, leading to more informed policy that reflects the preferences and needs of a diverse population. However, the deployment of AI in governance also raises significant ethical considerations. Issues of transparency and accountability emerge as algorithmic decision-making becomes more prevalent. Understanding how an AI system makes decisions is critical, especially when those decisions have profound implications on citizens' lives. Governments need to ensure that there is clear rationale for how AI systems reach their conclusions, and that these rationales can be communicated in comprehensible terms to the public. Without such transparency, trust in public institutions may erode, as citizens might feel disenfranchised or unfairly treated by opaque automated processes. AI's impact on employment within the public sector is another ethical concern. While AI can take over mundane and repetitive tasks, thereby freeing up human resources for more complex issues that require human empathy and judgment, it can also lead to job displacement. As AI systems become more capable, the need for human intervention in certain administrative roles decreases. It is crucial for governments to address these workforce transitions, offering retraining programs in education to equip public servants with the skills needed to work alongside AI technologies. Such proactive measures can mitigate the negative effects on employment and ensure a harmonious integration of AI into the workforce. Privacy and data protection are additional ethical challenges in the use of AI within governance. Public agencies collect and handle large amounts of personal data, and the use of AI to process this data enhances the potential for privacy infringements. There is a delicate balance between leveraging data for public good and respecting individual privacy rights. Robust data protection laws and protocols are essential to secure personal information and to maintain public confidence in AI-driven government services. Furthermore, the potential for AI to exacerbate existing social inequalities should be vigilantly considered. If AI systems are trained on biased data, they can reinforce and perpetuate these biases in policy outcomes. This could affect marginalized groups disproportionately, leading to further social divisions. Careful attention must be paid to the datasets used to train AI algorithms, and continuous monitoring is required to ensure that AI applications do not inadvertently introduce or amplify discriminatory practices. The role of AI in policy simulation and predictive governance is another field with sweeping implications. AI algorithms can simulate the outcomes of different policy choices, allowing policymakers to explore the potential effects of their decisions in a virtual environment before implementing them. This can lead to better informed and more effective policies. However, it raises questions about the limitations of such simulations and the importance of considering unintended consequences that may not be predicted by AI models. International collaboration on AI governance is also critical, as the influence of AI extends beyond national borders. Shared principles and guidelines can facilitate cooperation and harmonize AI use in public policy globally. International forums and bodies like the European Union's AI regulation proposals and the OECD's AI Policy Observatory work towards establishing common frameworks to promote responsible AI development and deployment. The potential for AI to transform governance and public policy is vast, but it is only valuable if harnessed responsibly. A balancing act between innovation and caution is required, ensuring that while AI is leveraged for public benefit, it is also subject to rigorous ethical standards. As AI applications continue to evolve, ongoing review and adjustment of regulatory frameworks will be necessary. It is the responsibility of governments to set an example by adopting AI in a manner that is transparent, accountable, and inclusive. Public-private partnerships can play a pivotal role in this regard. Collaboration between governments and technology companies can drive innovation while ensuring that public interest remains at the forefront. These partnerships can help harmonize the goals of technological advancement with societal values and ethical principles. It is important, however, that these relationships are carefully managed to avoid conflicts of interest and to maintain the public's trust in government decision-making. Ultimately, the successful integration of AI into governance and public policy rests on a foundation of public trust, ethical use of technology, and the continuous balancing of the benefits against the risks. Efficient and transparent AI systems can provide substantial public value, but the institutions responsible for their deployment must remain vigilant to the complex ethical landscape they inhabit. They must actively seek to understand and mitigate the risks, and to ensure that AI serves the wider public interest, respecting the rights and dignity of all citizens. 6.7 Transparency and Accountability in AI. The concepts of transparency and accountability in artificial intelligence, AI, are pivotal in the development and deployment of ethical AI systems. Transparency in AI refers to the clear understanding of the AI decision-making process, while accountability is about identifying who is responsible for the outcomes of AI systems. For a vast array of stakeholders, from end users to developers and policymakers, these principles are foundational in fostering trust and ensuring that AI technologies benefit society as a whole. Transparency in AI entails revealing to some degree the mechanisms by which AI systems reach their decisions. This can involve disclosing the data used to train algorithms, the algorithmic processes themselves, or the rationale behind specific decisions. However, this is easier said than done. AI models, especially those based on deep learning, are inherently complex and can be referred to as black boxes due to the difficulty in tracing how inputs are transformed into outputs. Efforts to provide transparency must grapple with the technical challenge of making this complexity understandable without oversimplifying the underlying processes. Achieving transparency requires the collaboration of multiple AI stakeholders. For developers, it means adopting practices such as model documentation, where they produce comprehensive reports on their AI models' behaviors and limitations. For researchers, it implies a commitment to open science, sharing not only their results, but also the datasets and algorithms underlying their work. For regulators, it involves the formulation of standards and guidelines that mandate disclosures about AI systems and their potential impacts. Accountability in AI encompasses several dimensions. One is individual accountability, which involves attributing responsibility to the creators, implementers, and operators of AI systems. These parties must be prepared to justify the decisions made by their AI systems and address any negative outcomes. There is also corporate accountability, where companies must take ownership of AI-driven outcomes, including establishing internal governance mechanisms to oversee AI operations and engaging with external auditors or review boards to evaluate compliance with ethical AI practices. Accountability systems are critical, not only in the event of failures or harmful impacts from AI, but also in day-to-day operations. Accountability measures serve as deterrents against unethical practices, and help ensure that AI development aligns with societal values. This can include implementing robust risk assessment procedures and investing in the training and capacity building of AI teams to recognize and mitigate ethical issues in their work. The development of explainable AI, XAI, is another avenue for improving transparency and accountability. XAI is an emerging field that aims to create models that provide understandable explanations of their behavior. This can help bridge the gap between AI's capabilities and human comprehension, allowing stakeholders to better grasp the reasoning behind AI decisions. Encouraging the development and integration of explainable models can contribute significantly to demystifying AI systems and fostering more trust in their outcomes. Regulatory frameworks will play an increasingly important role in enforcing transparency and accountability standards in AI. Legislation such as the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, with its right to explanation, can be seen as a move in this direction, demanding that decisions made by AI must be explicable to affected individuals. Moving forward, additional regulation may be required to keep pace with AI's evolution, ensuring that transparency and accountability remain a priority in the face of more advanced and opaque technologies. The ethical deployment of AI extends beyond the developers and regulators to include users who need a basic level of AI literacy. This literacy is the knowledge that end users should possess to engage with AI systems critically and constructively. By understanding the principles and limitations of AI, users can better advocate for their rights and demand greater transparency and accountability from technology providers. For AI systems to respect the principle of transparency, documentation and reporting must become standardized. Similar to how financial reporting follows established accounting standards, AI transparency reporting could follow a set of universally recognized metrics and descriptions. Such standardization would ensure that assessments of AI transparency can be comparable across systems, and that stakeholders have a common language to discuss and scrutinize AI behaviors. AI accountability also requires an ecosystem supporting the traceability of decisions and actions. When AI makes a decision with negative outcomes, there must be a clear procedure to trace back through the decision-making process and determine causation. This procedure would involve not just the technical transparency of the AI, but also an understanding of the organizational and operational contexts where AI is deployed. AI's transparency and accountability have far-reaching consequences in societal terms, touching upon issues of privacy, security, and fairness. A more transparent AI is one in which the algorithms and datasets through which it operates are free from biases that could result in discriminatory outcomes. An accountable AI is one in which those affected by its decisions have recourse to challenge and seek redress for any injustices that might occur. It is crucial for technologies wielding such influence to come with safeguards that ensure they are applied justly and equitably. As AI continues to reshape industries and touch upon every aspect of human life, embedding transparency and accountability into AI systems is not just an ethical imperative. It is a necessary step to maintain public trust and the social license to operate. The pursuit of these principles is a shared responsibility, where honesty, clarity, and responsibility in AI practices pave the way for a technology-enabled future that aligns with the greater good. 6.8 AI and cybersecurity. Artificial intelligence, AI, has become a cornerstone of modern cybersecurity defenses, offering the potential to both protect digital assets and create new vulnerabilities. As AI systems become more sophisticated, they can analyze patterns, detect anomalies, and respond to threats more efficiently than human operators can. The implementation of AI in cybersecurity primarily allows for the automation of complex tasks. These tasks typically involve the analysis of vast amounts of data to identify potential threats or to harden systems against known attack vectors. AI-driven cybersecurity tools can work tirelessly, providing around-the-clock monitoring and defense mechanisms for critical IT infrastructure. However, the integration of AI into cybersecurity does not come without risks. AI systems are designed on foundational datasets and by using learning algorithms that can inherit biases. This creates the potential for AI to overlook or misclassify threats based on incomplete or biased data, possibly leading to security lapses. Bias in AI-driven cybersecurity systems can also result in false positives, where benign activities are flagged as malicious, leading to unnecessary disruptions and wasted resources. It is essential for cybersecurity professionals to ensure that the AI systems they employ are trained on comprehensive, diverse, and representative datasets to minimize these risks. Another key consideration is that AI systems, just like any other software, can be exploited if they are not designed with robust security in mind. Attackers might identify and manipulate vulnerabilities within the AI itself, possibly commandeering the AI system for malicious purposes. For example, an attacker could feed deceptive information to an AI system to skew its learning process, leading to flawed decision-making. Cybersecurity teams must ensure that AI systems have strong defensive measures against such attacks, and that they are capable of recognizing when they are being manipulated. Furthermore, as AI's role in cybersecurity grows, so does its influence on the job market within the sector. AI's ability to automate the detection and response to security incidents may reduce the need for certain roles traditionally filled by humans. While this shift can alleviate the current shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals, it may also result in job displacement and require workforce retraining. Companies and societies must consider how they can support the transitioning of workers who may be affected by AI's ascendance in this field. AI-driven cybersecurity solutions also raise ethical questions around surveillance and privacy. As AI enables more sophisticated monitoring of networks and systems, it often involves the collection and processing of personal data. The ethics of how this data is gathered, stored, and used is a matter of significant concern, particularly in regards to user consent and data protection laws. Organizations must not only comply with regulations such as the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, but also consider the broader ethical implications of AI's reach into individuals' private lives. Moreover, the use of AI in state-sponsored or independent cyber warfare activities presents a troubling escalation in the potential impact of cyber attacks. AI can be leveraged to carry out attacks that are more difficult to detect or attribute to a perpetrator. The development of autonomous cyber weapons raises the stakes significantly, with the potential to cause damage at a pace and scale beyond human capacity to respond in real time. Nations are thus faced with the challenge of establishing international norms and agreements to prevent the proliferation and misuse of AI in cyber warfare. The prospect of AI algorithmic predictability also contributes to a new cybersecurity challenge. Sophisticated hackers could potentially anticipate the behavior of AI systems and design attacks to circumvent them. This situation demands constant evolution of AI systems to stay ahead of malicious actors, necessitating ongoing research and development. Ensuring that AI algorithms remain unpredictable to attackers while maintaining transparency for ethical oversight is a delicate balance that must be maintained. The deployment of AI in cybersecurity also intersects with issues of legal liability. When AI-driven systems are responsible for making decisions that could result in harm or data breaches, determining who is legally accountable, the software developer, the user, the AI itself, is complex. Current legal frameworks are not fully prepared to address the intricacies of AI in this context, and new legislation may be necessary. This raises questions about the pace at which laws are evolving in relation to the rapid development of technology, and whether they can effectively protect citizens from AI-related risks. Ethically, the rise of AI in cybersecurity also necessitates a discussion about the balance between automated decision-making and the human element. The delegation of decisions to AI, particularly those with significant consequences, raises moral questions about the role of human oversight and judgment. It is important to debate and define the limits of AI's decision-making capabilities to prevent over-reliance on technological solutions that may not always grasp the nuances of ethical and context-driven human decisions. AI's impact on cybersecurity is profound, representing both a powerful tool in the fight against cyber threats and a source of risk that must be managed carefully. The ethical and societal implications of AI in this domain are vast and complex, sparking conversations that must involve technologists, ethicists, policymakers, and the broader public. As we continue to integrate AI into our cybersecurity infrastructure, it is imperative that we prioritize the development of responsible, ethical AI that operates within a framework of robust oversight and accountability. The path forward should be marked by thorough evaluation and regulation to ensure AI's benefits are maximized while its potential for harm is minimized. The journey towards secure, ethical AI in cybersecurity is one that requires vigilance, foresight, and unwavering commitment to the principles of human dignity, privacy, and justice. 6.9 Public Perception of AI. The public perception of artificial intelligence, AI, is a complex landscape influenced by a variety of factors, ranging from media portrayals to personal experience with technology. For many, AI is synonymous with the rapid advancements and conveniences across industries such as finance, healthcare, and entertainment. Despite these positive associations, public opinion is also shaped by concerns about privacy, job displacement, and a potential lack of human oversight. This fragmentation in perception underscores the importance of understanding how AI is viewed by the broader society. A significant source of public knowledge about AI comes from the media, where AI is frequently depicted in everything from dystopian futures to utopian societies. These portrayals often stretch beyond current technological capabilities, either glorifying AI as a panacea for human challenges or demonizing it as an existential threat. This dichotomy presents a challenge for AI developers and policymakers who must navigate the intricate terrain of public expectation and fear when communicating about AI initiatives and regulations. Public engagement with AI in everyday applications plays a critical role in shaping perceptions. As more people interact with AI through virtual assistants, navigation systems, recommendation algorithms, and customer service chatbots, they form opinions based on these personal experiences. Positive experiences with AI, where the technology proves helpful and efficient, tend to bolster acceptance and trust in AI systems. Conversely, negative experiences, such as frustrations with misunderstood voice commands or inappropriate content recommendations, can lead to skepticism and mistrust. Educational levels and familiarity with technology also impact public perception of AI. Individuals with a background in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, are more likely to have an informed perspective on realistic capabilities and limitations of AI. In contrast, those with limited exposure to technical fields may rely heavily on popular narratives or secondhand information. Therefore, efforts to educate the public about AI through accessible resources and community engagement are crucial for facilitating informed opinions and discourse. Privacy concerns represent a significant aspect of public unease with AI. As AI systems become more ingrained in daily life, they often require access to massive amounts of personal data to improve their functionality. This data collection can lead people to feel as though their privacy is being eroded, especially if they are not clear about how their information is being used or protected. Ensuring transparency and robust data protection protocols are essential for maintaining public trust in AI systems. Another area of concern is the impact of AI on the labor market. As AI capabilities increase, so does the potential for automation of tasks historically performed by human workers. The fear of job displacement can contribute to negative sentiments toward AI, particularly among industries at higher risk for automation. There is a need for consistent dialogue about upskilling and reskilling opportunities, as well as the creation of new job sectors driven by the AI economy to address these apprehensions. Regulatory responses to AI also inform public perception. The development and enforcement of AI policies can cultivate trust and establish standards for ethical AI deployment. Countries that prioritize transparency and ethical considerations in their AI strategies may positively influence how their citizens perceive AI. Conversely, a lack of clear regulations can foster uncertainty and increase public wariness regarding unchecked AI development. Discussions around the ethical use of AI are central to public perception. Ethical concerns such as algorithmic bias, decision-making transparency, and the moral status of AI entities spark significant debate. How these conversations are framed and addressed by the AI community influences public attitudes toward AI. When AI developers and ethicists proactively tackle these issues, it can promote a more nuanced understanding and appreciation of AI among the public. The potential benefits of AI, from improving healthcare outcomes to mitigating climate change, contribute to a more positive public image of AI. When people witness or learn about AI's role in advancing social good, it can alleviate some of their apprehensions. Success stories where AI has had a profound positive impact on society are important to share, as they can serve to highlight the value of AI beyond commercial interests. Lastly, it is crucial to acknowledge that public perception of AI is not static. It evolves alongside the technology itself. Future advancements in AI, such as achieving milestones in general intelligence, are likely to provoke new discussions and considerations. Continuous engagement with the public, clear communication about the capabilities and scope of AI, responsible reporting in the media, and an emphasis on ethical practices will be pivotal in shaping the evolving narrative around AI. Public perception of AI is a multifaceted and ever-changing aspect of the technology's societal integration. While advancing AI technology, it is equally critical to consider and address the diverse and legitimate concerns held by the public. Balancing innovation with ethical considerations, transparency, and education will play determining roles in how AI is viewed and accepted in society. As AI becomes more embedded in everyday life, ongoing dialogue between technology creators, policymakers, ethicists, and the public will be the cornerstone of fostering an environment where AI can be ethically integrated for the benefit of all. 6.10 Responsible AI Practices. The development and deployment of artificial intelligence, AI, have profound impacts on society that necessitate the establishment of responsible AI practices. These practices encompass a broad range of principles and actions that aim to ensure AI systems are designed, implemented, and used in ways that are ethical, transparent, and beneficial to all stakeholders. The evolution of AI technology has reached a point where its application touches upon nearly every facet of human endeavor, underscoring the need for a comprehensive framework to guide its responsible use. In this context, responsible AI practices involve the deliberate incorporation of ethical considerations throughout the AI system's lifecycle, from initial design and development to deployment and beyond. One of the foundational elements of responsible AI is the upholding of fairness and equity. AI systems should be designed to treat all individuals and groups without bias or discrimination. In practice, this means constructing algorithms and training models on diverse and representative datasets that accurately reflect the demographics of the population it serves. Moreover, developers must continually monitor and test AI systems to identify and mitigate any biases that may arise over time due to evolving data patterns or changes in societal norms. It is crucial that these systems do not perpetuate or exacerbate existing inequalities, but rather promote inclusivity and fair access to the benefits that AI can provide. Another key aspect of responsible AI is the assurance of transparency and accountability. The inner workings of AI systems, particularly those involving machine learning and complex data processing, can be opaque to users and stakeholders. As such, developers must strive to create mechanisms that make the decision-making processes of AI systems understandable and explainable. This includes developing user-friendly interfaces that clearly communicate how decisions are made, or providing detailed documentation that outlines the algorithm's logic and the data used to train them. Accountability is also paramount, which means establishing clear guidelines and channels for recourse if an AI system causes harm or operates counter to its intended purpose. This not only builds trust in AI technology, but also ensures that those responsible for its deployment can be held to account. To ensure the privacy and security of individuals, responsible AI practices must include robust data governance policies. Sensitive information or personal data should be handled with the utmost care, using state-of-the-art security measures to prevent unauthorized access or breaches. Ensuring data privacy involves not only safeguarding against external threats, but also setting strict limitations on the internal use and sharing of data. AI developers and operators need to be transparent about what data is collected, how it is used, and who has access to it, and individuals should retain control over their data whenever possible. This includes the adoption of consent frameworks where individuals can opt in or opt out based on their preferences and the context in which their data is being used. The role of AI in augmenting and automating decision-making also brings into focus the need for human oversight. Responsible AI systems should be designed to complement human judgment, not replace it entirely. Mechanisms should be implemented to involve human discretion in critical decision points, allowing for the intervention when AI-generated outputs require contextual or ethical consideration that goes beyond the algorithm's capacity. This human-in-the-loop approach enables a symbiotic relationship between AI systems and human operators, ensuring that decisions that substantially impact people's lives retain a human touch. The environmental impact of AI is an emerging concern that responsible AI practices must address. AI technologies, especially those that rely on large-scale data processing and intensive computational resources, can have significant energy footprints. Responsible AI involves the development and deployment of AI systems in environmentally sustainable ways, which includes optimizing algorithms for energy efficiency and utilizing green data centers powered by renewable energy sources. Additionally, AI can be harnessed to monitor and manage environmental resources more effectively, thus contributing to sustainability efforts if leveraged thoughtfully. Responsible AI is not only about the ethical deployment of technology, but also about societal engagement and collaboration. A multifaceted approach to AI governance involves dialogue among diverse groups, including technologists, ethicists, policymakers, business leaders, and the public. To make AI systems work for the benefit of society, it is essential to consider the inputs and concerns of a broad cross-section of stakeholders. Active engagement with civil society organizations, academic institutions, and the broader public can help to ensure that AI systems are aligned with societal values and the public interest. The education and capacity building component of responsible AI cannot be overlooked. As AI systems become more prevalent, there is a growing need to educate the workforce and provide individuals with the skills necessary to interact with, manage, and leverage AI technology effectively. This spans beyond technical proficiency to include an understanding of the ethical considerations and societal impacts of AI. By promoting AI literacy and facilitating access to education and training programs, the workforce can be empowered to participate in the AI economy and mitigate the potential for economic displacement. Long-term implications and the potential for irreversible consequences are inherent in the deployment of AI systems. As such, responsible practices must involve foresight and proactive management of risks. This requires developers and policymakers to anticipate possible future scenarios, including the implications of AI on employment, privacy, security, and other critical domains. By adopting a forward-looking posture and considering the long-term effects of AI technology, it becomes possible to institute safeguards and policies that will govern the use of AI well into the future. In deploying AI systems, consideration must be given to the dynamic and constantly evolving nature of technology itself. Responsible AI practices must be adaptive, subject to review, and amenable to revision as technology develops and our understanding of its impacts deepens. This creates a framework that evolves alongside technological progress, ensuring that ethical considerations remain central to the development of AI, irrespective of its rapid advancement. A flexible and iterative approach allows for the continuous improvement of AI systems and the responsible practices that guide their use.